I'd say I was motivated to go to law school by wanting to change the way the world works, to make it work better, to make people's lives better, which is really something that I decided on when I was back in the 8th grade and my mother worked in a courthouse, and I thought, lawyers can really accomplish things that seem to be meaningful. I'd like to do that.
Throughout his career, Stephen has championed pro bono practice at his firm and within the Boston legal community.
I think the partnership between the legal aid community and the private bar is particularly strong in Boston.
Steve has made such an impact in the city. There's really not been a major initiative around legal services or pro bono that Steve has not been involved with in some way or another. He's really been a one-man band in so many ways. He also, of course, provided unbelievable leadership in an array of other organizations, including Greater Boston Legal Services.
Steve was a visionary in realizing that we needed more resources for poor people in Greater Boston and how we could do that. He helped us get more financial resources from law firms, he helped us get more financial resources from the state, and he increased the number of pro bono lawyers that were contributing to us.
In addition to local matters, Stephen's pro bono focus and his desire to uphold the integrity of the American legal system led him to represent a group of men detained at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
We became involved in the Guantanamo case in June of 2004, just as the Supreme Court was about to decide the Rasul and Hamdi decisions that allowed habeas corpus petitions to be filed.
When this Guantanamo case came across, the firm wires, Steve said, Lynn, why don't we do it? Why don't we do it? And I said, what if they're terrorists? What if they are? Do we want to spend our time, all our energy defending them? And he said, Lynn, that's not what it's about. This is about the Constitution. This is about American democracy. This is about respect for international law and human rights generally. And he framed it for me so well.
We had 6 clients we had never met who were men who had been turned over to the United States illegally in Bosnia in 2002. We were the first people they'd seen other than interrogators in almost 3 years that they'd been in Guantanamo. We've actually been to Bosnia 3 times to negotiate and discuss the release of the clients with the government and also to see the families.
Despite the fact that their fathers and husbands are still detained, the families are extremely grateful for Stephen's efforts.
Regardless of the fact that we still do not have, unfortunately, anything tangible or the result and resolution that we all want, I think that the progress that you have secured is truly impressive and remarkable.
If I was just going to cocktail parties or getting up in the morning and grumbling about this major disgrace to our legal system, I would feel a lot worse than the frustration I sometimes feel that we haven't gotten these men home. So at bottom, it makes me feel that I'm doing something that's really important to restore the rule of law, and to have the privilege of shaping the future and not just affecting the past is really an extraordinary privilege and pleasure.